Hey, how are you guys doing today? It's nice and sunny day here in London, in England. I hope it's nice and sunny wherever you are watching it. Um, I thought today I wanted to talk to you about what is often referred as falling off the wagon of dieting. I did a periscope about it not that long ago, and it still sits with me. So I thought I'll talk to you about it a little bit more today. And if you've ever been on a diet, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about because often what happens, we can be really good and really follow whatever eating plan it is that we chose to follow. We do it for a week to 3 months, and then something happens, and it can be your best friend's birthday party where you eat too much cake, or you go out with friends from work on Friday night, and you have a couple too many wine glasses. um you know the drill. I don't have to probably tell you exactly what it is. And for me, it used to really really trigger me because I'm kind of all or nothing girl. So I would be either really good, and then if something happened, I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not doing that anymore. And usually I would have, if I been really good and then had a, say, bad day or bad night of eating the foods that I labeled as forbidden. One or two things would happen. I would either punish myself, meaning that the next day I would starve myself. I would not eat anything the next day or two. I would hit the gym really hard. I would work out until I nearly pass out. Or I would think to myself, screw that. All that dieting thing is really not working for me. I'm not doing that anymore. Forget it. I'm done. And I would just keep binging. I would just keep eating the foods that I considered bad for me. I would keep overeating. And I think you get an idea that neither of those strategies are particularly good or helpful. And both of them, I think, led me to develop an eating disorder, which is a story for another time that I'll share later. So I thought I'll give you today 5 things, 5 tips for getting back on that dieting wagon. So you don't have to punish yourself, or you don't have to think that you're worthless, or you have no willpower, or you can't do it. So the first thing I would say is just get curious. Just really stop and think, and see what was it that triggered you. What was it that made you overeat? Was that particular setting? Was that because you were stressed? Did you binge on a specific type of food that you can't help yourself, that can't stop yourself around? What was it that made you overeat? How did it make you feel? What were you thinking while you were doing it, or just after, when you woke up from that binge frenzy, and you stopped and you realized what you did? What did you feel then? What did you think? And that leads me to my second tip. My second tip is forgive and move on. Because the next day or at the next meal, you are going to have another opportunity to make a good decision. The next day or at the next meal, you're going to have another opportunity to choose food that nourishes you, to choose food that's good for you. Nothing, it's not all is lost. There's no such thing. You can start again at the next meal, and make a better food choice. It's totally okay. um, if if you can, that's my tip number 3. If you can, have a smoothie next day for breakfast, because it gives you all the nutrients you need, but it also, because it's blended, it's easier to digest, so it gives your digestive system a break. And if you went a bit harder on it last night, if you ate too much or drank too much, it's good to give your digestive system a break. So have a smoothie or have a glass of juice, and the simplest smoothie you can make is a frozen banana, 2 cups of spinach, a cup or two of non-dairy milk. Just blend it together, and you can add a quarter of avocado to it as well, or a teaspoon of coconut oil, and it will nourish you, and it will give your digestive system a much needed break. And now, tip number 4: keep drinking water. Keep hydrated, so that your cells get that hydration and get that water that is so needed. They might be thirsty. You might not have been even hungry. You might have been just thirsty, because we often confuse hunger with thirst. So keep hydrated, keep drinking water, and you can add a little bit of lemon to it, or a couple of drops of essential oils. And again, my favorite one is lemon or wild orange. And tip number 5 is just go back to your normal way of eating. Just go back to making the food choices that serve you. Go back to your chosen eating plan, whatever it is, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, paleo, whatever it is, whatever way you choose to eat. Just go back to it at the next meal. No drama. It's all okay. We are all course correcting all the time. There's no, yes, you might have made a mistake, but so what? Forget and forgive and move on and make a better choice at the next meal. So that's all from me today. I hope this was helpful. If it is helpful and useful for you, please feel free to share with your friends and your tribe. And I would also love for you to come over to Radiant Nourish Facebook group, where wonderful women support each other on this journey, and we share inspiration and motivation and useful tips and tricks, and I'm there as well answering questions. So that's it from me for today. I'll see you in the Nourish Radiant Facebook group. All the best. Thank you.